and your other business. Have a lot of Alexis, great to see you. So much great to see you too, my friends. Let's start with Macy's because
I don't want to say it's the evening sun. It's the evening sun. So I'll be right back. Hello.
Hi, Michael.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, so what's up?
What's up with the sublease? First of all, I talked to Jackie. What I want to say is that I would like information in a printout on I don't want to say his name, on the landlord that is the landlord of this property. He hasn't made any alterations. It seems like I'm in a very dangerous place with regards to the health issues that I'm facing. You know, I do see my doctor on a regular basis. I feel as though that the state of the street, what I need a printout with the landlord's name. I think his name Uzman, with the landlord's name, with his contact information, and how I could get to him. You know, because you guys weren't able to pursue issues about, you know, the hole in the roof, but you had pictures and papers.
Well, let me get you clear. You want information about the landlord, the address, and all that?
Hey, you just now said a landlord. You said you said a landlord. Well, let's do it because you at work, Jonathan Vandy. So what happens is, how's the apartment search going for my house? You know, now that it is known, Jackie has a moving packet that she put in place. It looks like a lot of houses are being sold this summer. So when do you think you guys will locate an apartment for me? How many apartments?
Wait. Let me get you clear. Are you looking to move?
I already am having it. Oaks Integrated is looking for a house for me to move. You should have the information
I didn't know. I was on vacation. I just got back on Monday. That's why I'm asking you. I didn't know you are in the process of moving you. Are they?
Well, you know now. You know Jackie, right?
I know Jackie. Well, let me find out from Manju because this is news to me.
What happened? What happened, Jonathan?
He's not in the office presently.
Jonathan, we talking like we talked when you were here that time when you and the landlord installed that nice air conditioner in my house, like that, like the time when I paid my rent.
But I'm not aware of the fact, Michael, that we were moving you. I cannot remember we had that plan. So if that came up, it could have been when I was on vacation. That's why I want to follow up on that.
All right. So I don't know what that we're talking now.
Why do you want to move?
You're the director of risk, right?
No, I'm speaking to Manju. Manju is the director. I'm just the coordinator, program coordinator.
You remember? I really can't say. A moving package has been put in place. Jonathan, what happened is that about the beginning of December, maybe a bit after November, or in the very end of November, there was the roof, the sheetrock, everything fell, and I don't have a drop ceiling. So when that fell, a large amount of water was leaking from it. I reported. Hold, Jonathan. Let me finish. I reported that to you guys. I forwarded that information to Manju. She has the footage. She has the actual. It's like 6 or 7 to 8 minutes of footage, meaning that was already cataloged, and that was already documented by the CEO of Oaks Integrated at this point. So that already led to me getting sick various different times because of that health problem. You know, if you're breathing bad air based on that, you know, they have ventilation problems and stuff that are also addressed. I also didn't sign a lease renewal, and I didn't sign a lease for this year. That's also what you guys should know, what you should know, what your caseworker, Philip, should know. He knows all these things. I have other footage that I can upload to you about when, as I told you this, when, as I talked to you before you went on vacation about you coming to my house because you had to make sure that the kitchen sink was, and the kitchen sink works. But at this point in time, the people from the landlord, they came and the roof doesn't work. So there's various different stages of what happens. I feel as though at this point in time, it would be good for you to catch up with the subsidy supervisor. I think that would be Jackie. I spoke to her earlier. I spoke to you earlier. She said she would bring it to the information that people should bring to the information of. I feel as though that's fine. So what it is you want to know is also what's also what you need to know at this point.
Okay,
Since
well,
it is
all right, let me follow up on that, and let me talk with Manjo. Then I'll call Philip about the move and about the move and then the move.
So can I have it that you will have that you can have some paperwork for me, having that you can give me the information of the landlord. I want his name, I want his address, I want his contact number, and I want that when I get there to pay my rent on the 5th or on the 1st of March now.
Okay, well, let me find out. I call you.
You
back,
can't
okay?
do that. All
I
right,
don't
Tom.
have that information available right now.
You don't have it available right now. All right.
I call you back. Okay.
All right, I'm going to call Jackie now. So, you might have to leave the country so we can find out how you're going to talk to Jackie. So, have a nice day.
Okay.
I was going to call Jackie. That's what they call her. So, it's a day for me to remember, who Jackie is. Could you get me on? Can I talk to Jackie?
Office extension 5556 is not available. To leave a message, wait for the tone. When finished recording, press pound for more options. Record at the tone.
I talked to Jonathan. What happens is Jonathan is not aware of the moving packet. Jonathan claims he doesn't know about the move. He doesn't know about the damage to the house I live in, 335 Stokes. Also, he's not even sure that he can get me the information I need. I need the landlord's name. I need his address. I need his phone number. And if I don't have the landlord's name, his address, or his phone number, how can I contact him and how can I pay him rent? And since it is that you guys can't get that to me, how could you contact him and pay him rent? So it's not that. It's really not practical. For this point to come into that, which I want to say, but I also want to say that I called you. Jonathan just called me. I feel as though that was, not amazing, but the moving packet and things like that is right. Other than that, I do definitely want to leave this house as soon as possible. And it's a criminal element here that really is impractical, and it seems like it's being seeded from your sublease. And I feel strongly that your position is being exploited and abused and located as an advantage by the local elected officials. That would be Ewing Township having to be. I never lived in Ewing Township before with regards to a subsidy rated by way of what it is that could evacuate you from your senses, as it is you guys locate yourself also in a small place in Princeton Pike. smallest place in Princeton Pike. It's a small place. And it's a small place. And I mean, I thought that, I would be able to gain, vintage on the qualifiable, I mean, photographical image of a location or something that would be suitable, because it isn't always that I have time to inundate and motivate with regards to the statements I have. A clear vantage on what it is that's necessary to have that people can actually be established and locked up based on basic illegality, in this town, in this state. But as it is, I rendered. I meant this location, this small home. I mean, it's not attractive for people who are attracted to attractive houses. The street, it has no craters in it. It's smooth. You go outside, nobody else is outside. So it's it's not like 1018 South Broad Street. I lived there, and that place was in the back of an apartment complex. And at that point in time, I I I I located it as I did, but also I was evacuated, by way of permanent damage that came to altercate everything. At this point in time, the guilty parties are so out of order by way of the only way I could complete, this state of events, this position, this priority, is by actually speaking to uh, a legitimate individual, based on someone who could actually have the time to locate these crimes and inundate something that would heal the illegal the illegal cesspool that is being created by by way of the time that I can't institute a clear this and that. I mean, tomorrow it's going to be a fact that here is here, and as it is that that fact is not being clear, it's not being here. It's just that there can be another day. There can be a time when something could be found. There can be a place that could be correct. There could be something that's incorrect. But I mean, all of these things that culminate to what it is that the police are here for. I mean, the police came. I'm not even sure if they were like that the first time they got here. But the police didn't have any gloves on. And it don't make you think about things. The police had gloves on when they walked away. I feel as though some of the police had gloves in their back pocket. Now, are those gloves for shooting people, or are those gloves to make sure that you don't get, you don't get rope burn or something on your hand when you're arresting somebody? or those gloves for driving the car. It seems like those gloves are for shooting firearms. So what happened is those police weren't trying to shoot firearms. They were amicably discussing a position that they obtained by being police officers. So I'm not amicably discussing something, that should be just disclosed to discuss amongst police officers. It's man, it's incremental, it's not coincidental, and at this point in time, because it is that I'm African American, I'm not, I'm not. But because it is I'm here, it's being what it is our advantage, as being my job to 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 collect this pain, this damage, the damage to the house. What happens is some type of some type of some type of comet, some type of rock, smashed and landed down on the roof, and you can't call the police for that. What happens is the roof is damaged, and the police can't fix that. So that's another draw point to the house. It's another. It's going to make the property value go up more. I mean, you might get this. This is something you got to get. I want to get a voice message.
Hi, you have reached Manju Tavail. I'm sorry I missed your call. Please leave a message and I will get back to you. If you're calling after hours and facing an emergency, please call 911 or go to your nearest emergency room. Thank you and have a great day. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Director Oaks, I called about a lot of stuff. At this point, I happen to be streaming, if they call it streaming, on my special computer. And what I want you to know is that, my house has been damaged. It looks like some type of big rock fell on top of the roof, months ago. And I had, made sure that the footage, meaning that I emailed all of the information to everybody in Princeton Pike at your location where you guys collect the money for this house, and they all have it. So what happens is nobody can fix it, and nobody fix it. And I feel as though that I'm suffering. I feel as though the last time I had to check for cancer, I feel as though I could be getting cancer from the deficiencies made by way of what it is that the landlord is not correcting. And I strongly suspect that there is no there is no homeowner's insurance here at all, even at your place. Being a renter, I would like for it to be that I have the landlord's information, his name, his number, for litigation purposes, in case he has to be sued or arrested today or tomorrow or the day after I move out of this house. Yes, she was really there. So let's get somebody else who really there. It's really there. So I called directly.
Good afternoon, Oaks Integrated.
Yes, ma'am. Could you get me the jacket again? I'm just checking. I'm gonna make sure. You guys close at 5 every day, right? That's what they should. They close at 5 every day, and Prince of Flight they close 5 every day. But all their caseworkers they work till like 9, 12 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Your call has been answered by a via IP office. Extension 5553 is not available. To leave a message, wait for the tone. When finished recording, press pound for more options. Record at the tone.
I just spoke, in a heated volley of directed speech. I spoke, on Manju's on a voicemail. Speaking of that, which occurs to be something that's very, 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 very irritating to me, is slumlords, where there is no slum. It's apartment landlords where there is no apartment. These were, contained properties. Opposition for the proper disposal of this to a proper legal officiate. Me being somebody who can call the cops, I'm not an officiate. So I would really need the name, the phone number, and the contact information to the landlord who owns this property you spoke of, that you're a tenant of. So it is that I could properly decide what it is that's going to happen to the owner of this property when it is I'm far enough away from it not to get shot by a police officer, not to get the police called by you guys, and not to be pushed into the next door neighbor's garage, so that can be my next home to live in. It's a really dangerous situation that's been set up by your lack of attention and your lack of action. And it is that you would be motivated by me, a client who also needs another place to live other than this. After this place turns into a crack house, turns into a boarded up property, which happens to be what it probably was before I got here. So I do need the information to the landlord so I can contact this person, or so the police can contact this person in South Jersey and Burlington County, where it is that he lives and where it is that you guys have your headquarters for Oaks Integrated. If it is that the landlord really exists.